welcome back to our channel.
My name is Zinhle.
And I am Sibusiso.
And we are
the Mlangenis.
Yes guys, welcome to our channel. If you're a new viewer, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. If you're a returning subscriber, hello fam.
Hi fam.
Yes.
What's up fam bam?
Alright, so for our new viewers, you just need to know one house rule, the Mlangeni house rule, and that rule is simply to
subscribe. Just click subscribe at the corner there and join the fam.
Yes. And we shall wait for you before we get into this nice video today.
Yeah. I think they're done, yeah?
They are done.
That's what's up.
So guys, it's a new week, fresh week, and today we are doing the sit down with the Mlangenis. Yes guys, so with today's topic, we decided to speak about getting married when you're young versus getting married when you are older, you know, because sometimes it's a question that we get asked that wow guys, like you got married when you guys are really young, you know, why did you get married when you were young versus like later on in life? So we're like, okay, fine, let's talk about this. Let's share how we view getting married when you're young or when you're older.
Yeah, because we get that a lot. And I mean, I remember when we were getting into this, there were questions that were asked. I mean, families asked us if you're ready, are you sure, you're still young, and all of that. But yeah, here we are today. We decided to take this decision and get married. And I feel it's not really about the age. It's about you being ready. Can come at any time, you know. It takes you being ready, and you don't really have to wait forever. So I was ready at the point that I proposed to Mrs. Mlangeni here to be my wife. Right then I knew that this is what I want, and this is I mean, I always used to dream as a child to have a wife, have a family, and that was me.
Yeah, and I think for me as well, I share the same sentiments that it's all about you when you feel you are ready, you know. And for us, that happened when we were young, because for me, I was like, okay, I know that I want to be with this person like for the rest of my life. Why should I wait until we're older? Because I know the reasons around could be there's certain things that you still want to achieve in your life before you get married. And for us, because we're a Christian couple, and like we knew that as much as there's other things that we want to achieve in our lives, we need to do right in God's eyes, and we were ready. So we're like, why delay the process any further? Let's get married and we'll still achieve those dreams. Because at times it seems like when you get married now, the things that you want to achieve are gonna be stopped or hindered, because now you are married, as though now you like in a form of prison, mentally, financially, every other shin, you know. But it's not that, you know, because I know people are like, okay, I want to be this first, I want to achieve that first before I get married. And I mean, we're young, you know, I'm young, I still want to live my life, YOLO. And you know, that's why don't stress me with getting married now, you know. And for us, it wasn't that. For me, more than anything, it's like, it's the building. Let's build together. We want to have this, that. Let's do it when we're together. It's not like I'm stopping him from having his dreams, or he's stopping me from having my dreams and want to achieve certain things. But for me, it's like, let's get married when we are young. And it's so much fun when you're like younger, you know, when you're married and you're young.
It's so fun. You can still run around and chase each other and play all those nice games that we do play. Look, man, I think it's more about following from what you were saying. It's more about marrying the right person.
Yes.
And you need to be content of who you are, you know, and you need to be comfortable under your own skin. You know, before you get into marriage, you need to know your goals, know your the dreams that you have, your vision. And I mean, I want her to buy into my vision, obviously, and she still has her own dreams and ambitions and all of that. And getting into marriage does not then limit her to do that. You know, I married her knowing that she has these goals. You speak about these things. She has these goals. She still needs to achieve 1, 2, 3 things. She has a dream of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And more than anything, it's more of a support structure than a hindrance, you know. I am there to encourage her, to actually remind her about those dreams that she had. I mean, you said you wanted to do this. So what's the plan? Okay, we're married now, we've settled, you know. It's to push each other, to encourage each other, you know. Because I didn't see the reason why I should wait any longer, because I know that this person that I'm with here is the right person, and I'm certain that I want to get married to her, you know, and I was ready. You can argue a lot of things and say, no, what? Obviously, we are talking from a point of why we chose to marry now as opposed to later. You know, a different person can have their own reasons why they married later. So we're looking at for why we chose to get married when we were this age. And I mean, more than anything, I felt ready. I felt that this is one thing that I wanted to do, and I was certain about my decision. There was no pressure from her side. There was no pressure from friends. There was no pressure anywhere. You know, if I could have done it sooner, I would have. You know, I was sure.
Yes, and yeah, because and then arguments are like, you know, I guess it's also that we have a very misconception of what marriage is. And as my husband has said, that you must be comfortable as an individual, you know. You must be very much comfortable. You must be so complete, because he's not going to complete me. I know the nice cliche sentences is like, oh, you complete me. I mean, you must be a complete person by yourself. You must be comfortable with yourself. You must be so sure in your own skin, because obviously you don't want to be now dealing with like other things. Then I'd understand when you like still holding it on, that I'm still finding myself. I still want to know who I am. More internal things than external things that you would want to acquire. That's how I look at it. That's how I feel about it. That not so much the things that you want to acquire, the physical, you know, but like internally, if you are ready, you know that, you know what, I'm certain about this. And like you were saying, that you know this is a decision, I know for sure that I want to be with this person, so why am I holding it back? And the holding it back, maybe as he said, if we could have done it sooner, we would be your finances, you know, that, okay, you were like 19 or you were 20, like you didn't, you know, have, you know, the money to start negotiations and everything else. But it must be from a point where you are so sure of yourself, you know, you don't want to get into marriage without knowing who you are, because that is dangerous. Then you would like now let the other person define you and define your identity, and you would define so many things on the basis of marriage and what it is, because you don't know your true self. You're not comfortable in knowing who Zinhle is without anybody else. I'm fine alone, I'm complete. But it's just so much better to have a husband, guys, you know. And you know, people are like, then you don't have friends, you don't go out. As we said before, your marriage, it's what you make out of it, you know. You speak about these things, and are they fine for the union? Are they growing the union? Because this relationship needs to be nourished. And after you get married, for me, my marriage comes first, guys, you know. And anything else that goes against my marriage and goes against making my husband happy or me, I cut it out, because I'm thinking this is a union that is sacred to me. This is a union that is so important to me, that God blessed me with, you know. It's a blessing that I must really like nourish. And I mean, if I'm a happy wife, he's happy. If we are happy in our marriage, for us, that is all that it matters. So marrying young, as I said, guys, it's so much fun, because like you were saying, you're still doing these nice things, and you're doing it knowing that you have somebody that supports you and loves you and encourages you to go out there and get any other dream, and they push you, you know. I push my husband, because listen, I will not marry somebody that is like mediocre and does not have dreams and ambitions. No, I push him. You know, he pushes me as well, because there's no slacking here, you know. This is teamwork. If we need to be flourishing, we're going to be flourishing together. So it's so nice at a young age, because we're experiencing so many things, and we're still young, and it's beautiful. And we cannot wait to see what the future holds as we grow old together, as we're building together.
Yeah, I mean, one day we want to sit and look back and be like, you know, 50 years ago, this was us, you know, 60 years ago, this was us, you know. we ought to have those experiences, because we are building a union that will last until the end of time, for our times, you know. And like my wife was saying, that you need to be comfortable with yourself, right? And you need to be, the most important thing, you guys need to be aligned. You need to be in one accord. You need to be sailing towards the same direction. You know, that's the first indication that you guys are actually ready to get into the union. You are guys ready to build, because when one is pulling the other direction, the other one is pulling the other direction, the only thing that can happen there is separation. Other than when you're building towards the same direction, you know. We got into this marriage to build ourselves as well, to edify our relationship, to edify everything our careers, you know, our spiritual lives. Obviously, there has to be some form of edification in marriage, you know. It can't be a thing of, it can't be a drag. You know, I remember when one of the scriptures that we did in premarital counseling is that if anyone builds a house by their own strength, without God, then the labor is in vain. You know, yes, because this is God's union. Marriage was His idea, and we ought to do it the way He wants it to be done, according to His principles, and the foundation needs to be Him. So we make sure that we lay the foundation, which is God, in our relationship, and His principles thereon. You know, we live by His word. We do everything by His word, and we make sure that anything that happens, it's between the two of us. We take priority. Our marriage takes priority. Family, friends, sorry. This union takes priority. You know, obviously there's other things that are gonna come in as we grow old. Children are gonna come in, and they're gonna be part of this union that we are building. You know, and it's gonna take priority.
And imagine now you bringing a child in the world in a union where you are uncertain of yourself, then what values are you gonna impart to your children? So, you know, with that being said, what my husband has said, then that time is just dependent on you as a person, you know. So it's not much so uguti, we are young, we're going with the flow, it's a trend to get married, so let's get married, you know. It's all about readiness. You need to be ready, and your readiness is packaged with you knowing who you are and being comfortable with who you are. And also knowing yourself is also knowing your flaws and your weaknesses. It's not just your strength. You know, you holistically, you know yourself. And the important thing that my husband has said is that you must be aligned. And aligned, when you get married, you must be equally yoked with your partner. You guys share the same value. You guys, you know, share the same value system, your principles. You guys are sharing the same thing, and you align in one accord, and you know, Oti, I'm getting into this marriage and it's gonna be beautiful. And that's what makes marriage beautiful, because your partner was ready, you were ready, you guys are aligned, and you guys have the same eye into where this thing is going, you know. Now I'm not crying every night interceding to God, like, oh my God, please change him, 1 2 3 1 2 3, you know, because all of these things you deal with it before you get married, with premarital counseling. You deal with it when you're still finding yourself, so that when I pray, I have a partner, not like a prayer point. You know, somebody said that at church one day, that, you know, if you marry somebody that you're not equally yoked with, you know, who you're not in alignment with, you will forever have a praying point. He will be on that, my prayer list, always there. Lord, change him. Lord, let he stop doing this. Lord, let he, you know, rather be like in alignment, so that I know I have a partner in him in every aspect of my life. I know, you know, this is my person. This is my go-to. This is the deal. So for us getting married young, it's not even a matter of age, but of readiness, as my husband has said.
Yes. And the most important thing is communication.
Yeah.
You know,
We
you communicate those things.
Yeah.
Communicate, speak about it. You know, when you're in that relationship, speak about your values, speak about, because you can see, you don't want to be now proposing and your proposal gets rejected. It's because you didn't communicate.
Yeah.
You know, you guys were not aligned. You guys, one didn't know that actually this one wants this. Be clear.
Yeah.
You know, be clear. I know there are people who are together today and they know that they're not planning to get married. I know there are people who are together today and they know that they are working towards getting married.
Yeah.
You know, so just be clear in your communication with your values, and you don't have to sacrifice. I know they say, hey, you must sacrifice this, you must sacrifice that. You need to be content with who you are. And then with the same thing applies to the other person as well. They need to be content with who they are. And when they come into the relationship, you guys you have the same values. If the values are not the same, obviously we'll talk about it, we'll shift and change and say, okay, let's do this, let's move this there, let's move that there, let's do this way, in agreement.
Yeah.
With with each other.
Yeah.
You know, so that it doesn't become a frustration, because you're gonna come in and say, no, I had to sacrifice this and that and this and that and this and that.
And then you're gonna
but then
remind
you
the
know,
person.
the minute that person maybe steps on your corner, you're like, I sacrificed so much for you.
No.
But you know, it doesn't have to be a lot of work. You don't have to toil. You don't have to. It has to be a smooth sailing journey, and it's only achieved through communication and you guys being equally yoked and a clear set values and communication.
Yeah. So guys, with that being said, you can just add your views on this on the comment section. Why do you believe you want to marry when you're younger or older, and why do you believe that that you need to acquire certain things before you get married? And so let's just have the conversation on how you view marriage and how you view when am I ready as a person, you know. And so let's just get talking in the comment section. And just if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe, do like, do comment, and share this page. Share this page with your friends, your family, so that we can get the engagement going. But for today,
this is it, guys. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate you.
We really appreciate
the
we
likes.
We love you guys.
The subscriptions,
we're starting to feel like this is a family. We love it.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, guys. Have a lovely week. Stay blessed, and bye.
Cheers.